National security, pardon me, I'm actually gonna smoke a spliff and some cigarettes I'm gonna smoke, so let me explain something to you, alright? I was explaining everything to you before. I wanted to make it clear to you. This is a second part two to the movie script I was telling you that's real life concerning me and social habitation. But I'm gonna give you a viewpoint of reality, so you can know the difference with me. Because you see, even as I wear cloth and hoodies and stuff, there's things about me that you might not even had realized a certain type of way at the time. But there's things about me that's very I told you I'm the overall. I told you I'm the space emperor, but I don't know if you really realize what I was telling you, how real this is. Now, international security, let me explain it to you in a certain type of way where you'll understand. I say international security, you can view me a certain type of way at a time, right? I'm glad you could view me a certain type of way at a time, right? You're noticing things about me, right? Well, let me make it a little more clearer for you. Sorry, wait, hold on. I just wanted to take off this hood for a second, and I'll let you really view me a certain way. International security, there's a lot of things I should tell you about me, right? I really haven't wanted to say too much about my life and things that, sometimes I might want you to notice, sometimes I won't. Okay? So, as you, just in case somebody tries some funny situations, but international security, I'm a wonderful person, but I let you view me a certain type of way at a time, so I think you understand by now what I'm showing you and telling you, right? Okay. But international security, do you really understand what I'm saying to you, even at the time I'm telling you this? You want to see? Oh. Is it amazing, international security? Oh, really amazing, right? Oh, hold on. Let me pick up my spliff and cigarettes. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. But let me finish. Oh, I'm putting it in my pants pocket. So thank you very much. Let me finish explaining to you about me. So, oh yeah, I took off the hoodie and said, you notice the hoodie in my hand and stuff. But anyway, that is an American Eagle hoodie. It's okay. It's in my hand now, on my arm. So you see the positioning of certain things, right? All right. Now let me finish explaining this to you. Now, me being a bachelor, but still a married man, but at the time, because, I'm a bachelor and I'm on social recovery, so I'm a married man, but when I see my wife, depending on what they show me and the type of conduct, it makes me a bachelor instantly in the physical reality, and I just ignore the situation because I have to recover in my heart. Today's July 3rd, 2020. I have to recover in my heart, and I have to recover in all type of other ways. Now, my wife, she's still looking at me in amazement, and there's things I want to speak to her about certain things, but I don't really want people to really try to interfere when it comes to me and my marital life. If certain things happen, depending, and I'm an upright man. So, in life, I'll tell you this, your international security, I was always real with you. You could believe me or not, it don't matter. But if you're really educated and you're really smart, you'll notice little things, and I'm the type of person, when you're noticing little things about me I just don't want to say too much. You know, I'm a wonderful person, for real, a real wonderful person, but you wouldn't believe it. But all right. But anyway, as I was saying though, right? So, you know, if I see my wife and then she's having an affair, or say she works with, like my other wife say, oh, she could have been with your other son from your other wife and then he was doing things for her. Don't worry about it. I'm on social recovery. This is the, well, today's day is June 3rd, 2020, but it's 2020. So if I'm reflecting on people that wanted to break my confidence and my heart, and I'm the head of international security, and I conquered everything, there's the reason international security could be even in existence, then that's something else. Like a person that does something stupid like that is just like, you know, as far as my wife is like, yo, I'm not trying to see, you know, we in the year of reflection. Also, not only the storm, jewel, and element, there's also the year of reflection. I don't want to see your funny conduct of things that go on, even at a time. And I already know I'm already complete, so I can handle situations. But I'm in social recovery, and I'm thinking about my humane condition, my safety, and my regard of myself, and also the point of all physics. So I'm really have consideration for other individuals, even in my behavior, even at the point of existence that we're in at these days. So, you know, when my wife decided to have an affair, and it was evident to me because she could have came and found me. We got Google, internet, all type of situations. People know people. She could have came and found me and seen me. She didn't have to be doing what she was doing. It was so real before she made the decision. She could have came and seen me and still tried to find a way us together and try to be together. But, you know, I'm only going to be with my wife that's appealing, that would uplift my energy and my heart to things that happen, not to people that cause entrapment because, you know, like this other guy told me, oh, they you know, people that tried to hunt my family down a certain type of way, and then on top of it try to get my family involved in certain type of recreational habits, or even regard trying to cause my family to be demoralized through time. So my family will never be demoralized because I'm the reason of the high education, even of high society, of all social star charts. So let me explain something to you. So, you know, even in the point of time in the paradigm and stuff, so if my wife, you know, decides to do some funny type situations, and, you know, she's with my child and she says, I want you to meet him. No, I meet him out of love, knowing that he did what he had to do. I'm socially recovering. I'm dealing with my emotions, my energy, and my confidence. I don't want nothing interfering with that, even on a level while a person's getting their social education of their own human condition for their habitation and their consciousness and regard of the reason of their existence to their legacy, lineage, and dignity. I don't want to meet a person that might have questions for me when everything is already answered for them. They have to have an experience in life before they could come to me and understand the reason of honor and tribute, and honoring the reason of their dignity and signature. So I don't be wanting to even socialize with my children, even in the paradigm of time, because I told you I was in the galactical war before. While I was in the galactical war, I was still injured, still conquered, and now I'm on social recovery because I was at the point where I needed that vacation, and I done completed everything already. So now let me explain something to you, right? So now a person says, yo, so your wife does that, so why do you think she do it? I said, yo, you know, when I was making Era, that's a wonderful calendar I like speaking about, because a calendar of light of one's how can I say this, of one's honor, even of one's love, a certain type of way, even in life, of one's regard, even a certain type of way, even in a point of one's physical habitation. You know what I'm saying? Showing you the vital reality of conquering, and also enlightenment to one's consciousness and one's physical habitation. So, you know, when my wife at the time, when she noticed there was a little divorce going on, I noticed the things she started to do as far as she went to social vote. She went to other girls. Oh, no, say no to him. Oh, it's him. Stop. Never be. And I used to think like, damn, you know, my other wife, after I was conquering, I don't know if they try to run up in my other wife's house. I couldn't get to her in time. You know, me in the physical habit or being overall, some of my wives wanted to just make sure, and then they did certain oaths with my wife and also me, some of them, and also my wife, just to make sure that they would be even in social habitation at the time, just to even consider even one's growth of honor, because even glory cried, glory tears were, and her tribute that she does and has to do for me throughout time is amazing, because just the thought of what I did brings tears to her eyes instantly, of how wonderful I am, and I am creation, but how wonderful I am in the things that I did, even concerning her during the times of me conquering and being able to be socially recovering right now. So now, when I look at the situations with other individuals and I see my wife, I was like, yo, you know, I noticed she going around socially voting, telling people stop, never, all type of stuff, you know, making spectacles. I said, but other chicks don't realize what she's doing. Even my son didn't realize it at the time, but I'm gonna tell you why I made the calendar mushu, because my wife started preparing tables like she was making chicken. Like she was making chicken for herself all day or something. And then a person said, what are you talking about? Like, if my wife goes to my other wife and tells her, don't deal with me, never stop, try to do something else, that's her maliciousness trying to kill my wife, because she can't uphold her honor anymore. So now she realizing that I'm not gonna give revenue or finance to a certain type of way, and then she's thinking about the things she gotta do in life, and then she's thinking about what she did to other social dignities. She's noticing that she might end up living like a fucking cannibal. So when she says don't stop, never, don't be with him, she's making chicken, she's preparing a table. You understand? Yo, listen. Let me explain this to you. Now, if my wife goes to my other wife and she tells my wife, she goes and tells girls, oh, don't deal with him, whatever, so and so, he did this, he did that. She's preparing chicken. She already did wrong. It's just like, let me tell you the story. One day my wife was chilling, right? And then my wife was like, yo, you know, I heard Me's gonna be coming around sooner or later. She was like, oh, yeah, but yo, ain't that guy the other day that was here? How did you feel about him? How, you know, all type of stuff. Don't you think he's cute? Like, don't you want to do something for him? And then she's like, yeah, but, you know, I'm all right. You know, I got to think about me, myself. She's like, yeah, but that guy was cute. You should do so. And every day she antagonized her, told her the same thing. And then I didn't want to go to my wife and tell her, yo, she might live like a cannibal. She's preparing her hamburger for the next day. So if she don't have a quota for a hamburger, she's gonna go out her way fucking up people's lives. And you gotta remember, certain empresses, after they broke their oath and stuff, as my wife was growing throughout time in the paradigm, and remember, I'm the overall cover, but throughout time in the paradigm, as my wife was socially recovering. Now, I'm the social recoverer. I don't need my wife to social. She could do her own thing. I'm just telling you just like this. I'm already the overall cover of everything. I don't even have to tell you. You know what I'm saying? So as my wife, you know, I don't know why you're checking to see other points. I don't know if it's a mosquito you sent, but or why you're checking other points. And I notice other points are checking to see certain points of anatomy. My wife wanted to reflect on me, and even in the reflection calendar, because she couldn't have the overcover that I have. So even when she reflects, I could tell when something's wrong with my child or something's wrong with my wife at a point. And right now I'm on social recovery. I ain't going out of the places to do certain things because I'm socially recovering. So if other people are out of regard, part of me, but if out of regard is checking certain points and just to see when it comes to anatomy, if you're trying to do a fixture to say she has to recover, don't make me tell my wife she can't even come on me to refine and really charge a certain type of way because of your stupidity and ignorance and cause your death throughout the paradigm because it would be your fault. Let me explain. Let me finish explaining, and then you'll see everything clear what I'm speaking about. Now, listen. Now, if even in the paradigm of time, right? Now, my wife, as I raised her intellect, for she could learn her social equality and education of a humane condition of herself. The reason why I gave her planets, moons, suns, or earths. Certain of my wives, because certain of my wives lost their planets, moons, suns, and earths, and other inner points of stars of solar systems and galaxies because they broke their oath. Some of them still have it because they kept their oath to me according to their conduct and things that they were supposed to do for themselves and never broke their sacredcy. So now, let me explain something to you. Now, I'm the only one that could be intimate with my wives. My wives are already from 5'9", really 5'5", and other heights down, you know, to a certain level. My other wives 5'9" to, I already told you, I already said it, I just made the statement. So there's nothing else to say a certain type of way. And I'm also the 10 astrological jewel empress's husband. So you think about that. So now to those that's educated of international security and also all of jewel stone elements, literal dad and elder, even of space. So you think about that. So now, as certain things continue, even in the physical reality, my wife has an overall cover to her planet, solar system, galaxy, some of my wives to certain of their points of their own habitation. So now, if my wife said she doesn't want certain type of consciousness and she puts it away within her because she grew out of certain things, of certain levels, she concealed it even of her own social habitation, even my children also, because I gave them planets, moons, suns, and earths. So of their own social habitation, of their own little gathering, you know, like I'm chilling somewhere right now, but it has nothing to do with what I'm speaking about, but to their own, I'm just giving you an example because I'm an upright man. So in the parallel to their own little gathering, to how they gather, because some of them have more than one, because some of them have their education, some of them got their little parks, some of them got their little getaways, some of them got their little social equality, some of them got their own little establishments, some of them got all little things, and then some of them got the how can I say this? This is it, I have to take life serious, and then on top of it, then they could come visit me on my social habitation, my planet, and see what's really going on a certain type of way. But I'm going to just say just like this, you know, my wife, when she put certain things away, I solidified the consecration even at times for her. So when people breaking consecration and doing funny things, they got to think about the reaction even in conduct when certain things happen and even in the paradigm of time. Now, I'm going to just say just like this also. So when my wives was like, oh, you know, she knew she broke her oath, then she's telling my other wives like she was on some Players Club. If you ever seen the movie, she was on some Players Club. Don't you consider that the other guy, ain't he cute? Didn't he do something? Let me just tell you what she's doing, baby. You know, to all my other wives out there, she's preparing her table. She's preparing her meal for the next day because it's survival, and then she needs her hamburger, her chicken, or whatever she's gonna be manipulating to get you in a certain type of position through time and physics, and then you'll be fucked up. You got to think about what you're doing for yourself. Me, I'm all right, literally. But another one of my wives, you know, once you're into that type of situation, there's nothing else to say, because once another man, ain't your soulmate, injects his penis in you, it's a literal heart attack. I know it for a fact. You know what I'm saying? But I'm never going to change that. Why? Because the reason of honor, dignity, and order. I didn't make technology just to be walking, and I'm walking in front of international security. I'm just waiting because something has to register even in their conduct of natural current for them to realize, oh my God, somehow this guy has to have a car, a motorcycle, and on top of it, other social comfortability he needs. But also when you find out I'm the head of all value of the solar system, galaxy, and their planets, in all jewel stones and elements. But I'll give it time for you to realize how serious that is. So now, when my wives does certain things like that, and they consideration to their consciousness and them trying to make chicken all day, then you need, and this thing that you did right here, that was real funny, but for them trying to make chicken all day, I noticed the funny type of situations concerning my wife. So, you know, I just ignored the situation. You know, I just ignored it. I was thinking my wife would have been smart enough, like, damn, this girl just made me a chicken and shit. That's why when another nigga, you ever chill with niggas and stuff, because I'm a nigga that really go in. I'm a person that's really, really serious about regard. You ever heard a nigga turn around, yo, this fucking bird bitch, this fucking, yo, you stupid hoe, this fucking bird bitch, you fucking rooster, get the fuck out of here, cluck. A man will tell you a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? It was so traumatic back in the days, you know, even when I was making movies with my wife Asia, and when they disrespected their crown empress, my wife Asia, to certain inner points, I used to offer my wife chicken. Like, be in a movie, you want chicken? Yeah, chicken. You know, I was real nice about everything I did, but yo, here, you know, just in case, chicken. You know what I'm saying? But my wife is the same thing. My wife used to go. My wife used to say, I prepared the tub for you and stuff. I used to be, as soon as she said that, I was just with it. I was, yo, come give a big hug. Oh, baby, I love you. Woo! Just in case. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but I'm just being real. So this is why I made the calendar Mushu, because some of my wives had to realize when they started, before the 5th calendar of the Fly High, I say, yo, I noticed some of my wives were being vindictive and doing certain things a certain type of way that they weren't supposed to. So I made a Mushu calendar. And then before I even made the Mushu calendar, I already had a certain type of high conduct already, so the sensitivity of fibers could sense when an individual is doing something wrong to their habitation, to their own human condition, to their physics, that keeps them rejuvenated in high current. So I was an intelligent person even when it came to after honor and honesty to the 5th calendar. But that's why I made those calendars a certain type of way. But anyway, there's Tykes, Twinkle. Yo, I got so much. You wouldn't believe. Ninja Galaxy, Solar System, Universe, Ninja Galaxy. Jewelstone's Elements too. I didn't say anything about that. Oh, excuse me. I'm the head of their space social star chart too. So, literally. So you know, it's just funny about the situation and all the international security, literally. So now, it's just funny the way certain things happen, even in the paradigm of time. You ever had, let me explain to you something about physics. You ever seen the movie with Denzel Washington? What was it called again? What was that movie he made in LA? They tried to, you know, it was regarded, but he tried to rob the police pension. It's just like having something in a stash, or putting a momentum or ornament of a jewel of police in a safe throughout time, and then wondering what's the reason of the high honor of the jewel. And then a person says, how you doing? Don't fuck that up. Be very careful. You'll be surprised what it already seen, that what it is, what the jewel will reflect on until certain people are even around it. And then on top of it, you'll be surprised to find out the reason you respect honor and law enforcement and order. Be very careful. But if you don't believe me, I don't care how many stars gather. I'll see you at the end. Oh, how you doing? Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell. Some of you, a lot of you on social recovery throughout this Jewelz too, right? Yo, I'm your real dad, but I'm really alive. I don't have to be in the jewel to tell you this. Matter of fact, some of the empresses at points of the jewel, I'll tell you, that's the man. Don't buy me some panties. Yeah, for real. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm gonna just say just like this. You know, I noticed my wives were preparing chicken and burgers all day, so you know, my children didn't understand that, because you ever had a homeboy? It's like the 10 astrological jewel empresses. I say, yo, listen, man, yo, this is your brother. He's from, I'm talking about another individual, but he's from another point of another jewel that knows your mother, and y'all all related, because when y'all all together, this is, you know, so-and-so, this, that, other. And he says, yeah. And then as we chilling and stuff, one day when I'm not around, he hanging out with my son, and he says, yo, listen, man, you seen, yo, shorty right there is bad, son. Oh, man. Yeah, I was getting at that when my pops wasn't there. The nigga should be already thinking, in the reflection at a point in time, if he haven't been to your house, who the fuck is in your house at the time while he's saying that to you? Because on top of it, what is he saying? Who has the higher quality of jewel he thinking at the time? That's the first thing you should be thinking, like, oh my God. I might lose it all right now. And then on top, it's my real brother. Then you gotta look at the nigga from another angle, like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? For real. And then on top of it, I'm your real dad. Like, oh, nothing new under the sun. Hey, all my children's up there. All my children's up there. You know, there's a... Dad, do you see anything? Are you okay? Can you see? Dad, please be careful the way you, oh my God. You know, me walking on consecration is already nervous because if my feet happen to hurt while I'm walking, international security is in so much danger. And then on top of it, they're in so much problems because you don't want me to really get into it and go find what's really going on. I'm the real Hunt, the real Orion, literally, and the real head of the Hunt family. So it's like, you don't want me really getting involved in that. So it's like, you know, it's just like, as a time, you should be concerned. This is why you learn to carry an emperor, a majesty on high chair, horses, and I know some of you were tired, so I made cars. You shouldn't really think about it and look at it too much a certain type of way. I made cars and I'm moving, but I'm not driving. I'm taking public transportation. I don't want to consider other people's emotions as having problems with order in the government. I don't need a person that already disrespected the government or law enforcement to be sitting next to me to talk crazy to me about law enforcement. And then on top of it, you're too close. I'm not going to go to jail because another person that you just voted into trying to get into law enforcement or do you a favor should find out why I'm important. And if you're doing it on purpose because you're panicking because I'm around, I hope you have a rap sheet. I hope they know who you are because as soon as I step off this bus, you just need to be apprehended. That's it. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing else. I'm not going to say that to individuals. It's just like being a gangster. Yo, homie, yo, I own the continent. I don't even know about cocaine. If you're talking about you're going to get money, you're going to go do this, yo, homie, yo, don't say nothing to me. You just said the wrong thing to the right person. Wow. Whoa. You know, it's just mind-boggling. Yo, the things that happen in logic and sense is just mind-boggling at times the way I look at people because I don't know if I should be. I'm a natural hilarious person. I'm how can I say this? I'm hilarious. You know, I find a lot of people funny in conduct and stuff. Like I look at it, wow, that could really be a funny. It could end up a real funny situation. You know what I'm saying? Wow. You know, but it's just like, you know, either way, I'm a family man also. So it's just like a person trying to do their thing, and then they trying to move on my land. There's international security, and I move to social economics, and then at nighttime, they're trying to find ways to gather and make their little meeting and talk about, oh my God, this, that, and the other. And then on top of it, by that time, as soon as you have their first meeting, I just hope an individual that's a doctor from somewhere else just packs up and goes and moves the far the fuck away before certain things start happening and shit, because you don't need to go to the hospital and ask doctor questions on why. And then on top of it, then I'm refining. Then you find out I'm not gonna really refine your situation. I could just tell, oh hell no, I ain't touching it. What? Just thinking about it already making my head. It's like I ain't touching that shit. Like what? Get the fuck out of here. And then on top of it, then your little sauce pot drawers and stuff that you know that Aurora's like, she cannot go buy my panties, okay? No. Call security. Yo, oh, nicest in the mall. Fuck. Oh man. Does he have money? Why didn't he go? Oh, he not gonna go online. He don't want you to see where you don't want you following the truck. So he's gonna man, fuck. Do something. They gotta stay here. Do something. She starts panicking when you're trying to touch her drawers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the funniest situations and stuff. So it's just like, you know, I just try to live as comfortable and in and out as fast as possible. I don't like people getting to the destination before me. I don't like, you know, I don't want people trying to entrap international security and stuff. And then on top of it, from when things like that happen, I just think about humility, meditation, consciousness, love of equality, even of energy and flow and current, and just being and trying to find the first thing that makes me happy for the safety of my own humane condition. So, this is just the funniest things and stuff. So when you have individuals and stuff, and then they want to do the wrong thing, and then you have a chick that already done, she just graduated high school, she in college, and then on top of it, and she sees me and notice I'm her soulmate. It's like, damn, but I think that was my husband, but that guy looks like. And then my other wife, a little older, is like, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go hang out with this guy real quick. And then she gets mad, and then she starts doing little funny things in the house, and then she wonder about I don't want to think about all that. I don't want to be in that type of situation. I just wanted to start fresh in all social economics and just come. Oh, okay, we can open a mythology field. Nobody here? Wow, let's do this. Let's open a mythology field. Baby, I would. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm not doing it at all. Nobody's getting nothing until it's clean. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. You know what I'm saying? And on top of it, if I don't touch nothing, then that's 30-something years. My time. Listen, an hour to me could be 40 years ago for certain individuals, even in anatomy and current in light, even in the visual perception. My hour is different. It's different from everybody else's. It could be 1,000,000,000,000 years ago. So, when you're doing something and you checking time, you sound funny. The Space Empress herself, when she's doing something, she don't know what to do to an individual a certain type of way. She be like, me older than me. So she's like, Ralph older than me. Ralph older than Space. What the fuck? This nigga time? Oh, this thing ain't. My son ain't gonna be putting this shit together. She over there. She all day. All day, for real. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Oh my God. So I don't get into certain things. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm just telling you. As I noticed, my wife was trying to prepare chicken. Because this is what things. There was a deeper story behind Thanksgiving and stuff. You see, there's some women when they get of age and they've been through certain experience, and I was married to them, and they can live comfortable. There's family, there's certain type of ways that don't attract individuals that can live comfortable. And then on top of it, they don't have a man in their life. And then on top of it, it's for whoever's scheming on them. The reason why you're even able to scheme at that time is probably because that individual is having consideration and not doing anything to you, because your education to your intellect at the time is not on that level, and they're hoping that you grew up and learn your lesson before your own household or whoever you hanging out with or influenced you like that does something to you. So, you just got to be careful in life. So, it's just like sometimes, bro, I just tell you, this is what my movie script is about. So it's about a chick, she has a soulmate. She's supposed to find a soulmate. And then next thing you know, this girl that breaks her oath tells her to go get in relationships. Oh, you should be with this. Don't you find this so-and-so? And then she's not understanding why this girl's antagonizing her all day. It even started in the beginning. It starts from her high school. Then, she tries to cause a certain segregation. Oh, these girls here, and the so-and-so, and bullying because she already been, oh, this guy's a boyfriend. He's the hottest guy in school.